Hey guys, Chris here in the new Cadillac CT6. I wanted to give some first impressions on this car. Chris Osberg just dropped it off for me, and we kind of swapped out this week with the Hyundai Genesis and this, and these two cars make really pretty good comparison vehicles. Let me see if I can pull up Monroney here, get some details on this particular car. MSRP on this is $58,395, and this vehicle, with all the options, it has the Bose Pan-Array sound system, which is $3,700. You see this nice piece up here, and then rear seat entertainment and infotainment and climate package, which is $2,700. So it's got some TV screens in the back of these headrests, and you've got some headphones and a remote back there, as well as some charging ports and a 120 volt plug outlet, as well as just a regular good old car socket. And so total vehicle price is $69,010. This is, of course, the rear-wheel drive CT6. For what you're getting, pretty good price actually. You've got kind of a haptic touch pad here where you can feel different buttons. You can kind of hear it making noise. You can select various things in the menu. And of course, you also have buttons here for climate control, fan speed, temperature, stuff like that. And you can do heated and cooled seats as well. It's pretty cold out, so we'll leave it on heated seats. And then, of course, you've got your home button here, your audio, all this good stuff. Lots of options for cameras. You've got the 360 kind of above view here, and then you've got a front camera, a rear camera, and all of those kind of come on when you're in reverse. And those lines move when you move the steering wheel too. Nice little double sunroof there. Sliding sun visor. Nice carbon fiber accents on the side and over here. These are really good seats too. They're very comfortable. Lots of options for driving position. Steering wheel has, of course, mechanic or electric tilt and telescope. And you've got a little drawer here where you can put a few things, and this maybe is like a little slot for the keys. I'll show you what the key fob looks like. Nice and compact, has a kind of a good rubbery feel to it. Of course, you've got, you can start it, remote start, and then pop the trunk. I apologize in advance for the wind noise, but let's pop the trunk and see what space is like back there. It's super windy out today, so we won't spend too much time out here, but get an idea of what the car looks like. Let's head into the back seat here. Got cup holders, and then of course a remote for the infotainment system. I don't know. Oh, so you have a switch between the right and the left screen here. Nice big screen. Of course, you can probably select a lot of different options between all these different input sources. Pretty cool. And then you've got a set of headphones here. Lots of USB ports, you've got volume controls, headphone jacks, HDMI port. Down here, of course, you've got that plug outlet. And then I think this is probably where you put some DVDs in or something. Yeah, there's a CD drive there. Plenty of legroom. Headroom is pretty good. And yeah, it's nice and comfy back here. You have a rear shade that pops up, give you a little bit of extra privacy. And then of course, this goes up manually for that extra dark backseat experience. Do a quick walk around here in the car, just so you get an idea of what it looks like. This is, of course, the turbocharged 4-cylinder. After driving it for a little bit, I'm actually really impressed with how it feels and drives. It's quite a smooth engine, and it's quite powerful too. I don't really miss a V6 or a V8 in this case. The hood is, you just pull the lever twice to pop it. You don't have any buttons here, which is really good. Nice looking engine. And a good performer too. Alright guys, let's go for a drive here. Get out of the cold. Two days ago it was 70 degrees and now it's 33. Go figure, that's Michigan for you. Pretty quick steering rack. Let's see how many turns lock to lock it is. There's 1, 2, so it's only about maybe 2.5 turns lock to lock. Yep, 2.5. Seatbelt's always kind of giving you a little bit of a hug there. It tightens up once you start going. At low speed, steering is a little bit light. When you're stopped, you can feel a little bit of resistance. It's not as smooth as some other luxury cars that I've driven, but it's okay. There's not too much resistance. And then once you get going, of course, it's just a little bit on the heavier side for a vehicle like this. One thing I've noticed is it's super quiet in here. No rattles, no creaks, excellent NVH over bumps. This 4-cylinder and the transmission are a really nicely paired combination. Both are very responsive. Transmission basically does exactly what you need it to do. Brakes feel nice. Nice firm pedal. No complaints there. As a performance vehicle, this actually has quite a bit of performance to it. The Genesis that we have this week tends to kind of err on the side of luxury, and this makes a really, really good compromise between performance and luxury at the same time. It's comfortable and quiet and kind of checks all the boxes that you want from a vehicle like this, but it also is really, really it's quite engaging and quite fun to drive as well. Really nice turn in. Felt the seatbelt tighten up on me because I thought I was going to crash. That could get a little bit annoying. I don't know if there's a place to turn that off or not. Really smooth ride at speed. Cruise control has a 2 So 2-stage button, you press it once, it'll just go up 1 mile an hour. You press it twice, it goes up, or you press it all the way in and it goes up 5 miles an hour. That's pretty neat. So I can fine tune by pressing it lightly, or go 5 miles an hour at a time by pushing it all the way in. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. It's pretty windy today, so we're probably getting a little bit more wind noise than we would normally. I feel like there might be just a little bit more road and wind noise than some of the offerings from Audi and BMW and Mercedes. However, it's not bad in here. It's still very quiet, very comfortable. The ride is a fantastic blend between sportiness and comfort. Probably errs a little bit more on the side of comfort, which is what you want in a car like this. You definitely don't want something that's going to be punishing over the bumps, and this does a really good job of just smoothing everything out. There's a couple different driving modes. Well, I guess there's 3. There's Tour, which we're in right now. Sport, which gives you a little bit better throttle response. Transmission shifts quite a bit quicker, and lets the revs hang up just a little bit higher between the gears. And it may do some damping adjustments as well, kind of stiffen up the suspension. I'm not entirely sure about that. And then, of course, Snow and Ice, which just kind of mutes everything for when you're driving in the winter. At 70 miles an hour here on the highway, things are really very quiet. Steering is nice at speed. Let's give it a little bit of gas here, as if we were going to pass. There's plenty of power from this 4-cylinder. It's fantastic. It's really smooth. Shifts are very, very immediate. Let's put it into manual mode here, see what the paddle shifters do. Maybe if we put it into sport. Yeah, you can definitely feel those quicker shifts in sport mode. Pretty significant difference. Of course, when you're off throttle, you're going to downshift a little bit quicker. When you're on throttle, you're going to upshift a little bit quicker. That's just kind of the way a lot of these transmissions are tuned. In that sense, it reacts a little bit like a DSG, but definitely without as quick of shifts. Let's exit here and we'll see if we can catch an entrance ramp at speed. Touch points are all really nice. The steering wheel has a nice kind of matte, smooth leather that feels really good to the touch. Transmission, I like this gear lever shape. It's got kind of an unlock button in the back, and it's just a kind of a neat design. So we'll put it in sport mode here, drive it around a little bit. Do some spirited driving on ramps here. You've got a few controls down here. Heated steering wheel, which is always a welcome addition in the wintertime. And then of course you can select different things in your dash display here. You've got your speed limit, speedometer, average miles per gallon, tire pressure, all that stuff. And of course volume controls for when you're listening to music. Stop start starts almost immediately. There's virtually no lag between when you take your foot off the brake and hit the accelerator. That's really nice. A lot of cars have a little bit of a delay there, and it just tends to lurch forward. Let's see how this cornering grip is here. There's that seat belt freaking out again. A little bit of understeer, but very progressive, very, very predictable. This engine is great. I wouldn't really want a V6 in this situation. Ooh, and the heated steering just came on big time. Yeah, the steering wheel is nice and warm. It's heated all the way through, so all the way around the rim, including the top, everything just got super warm. It's fantastic. This is a really great car. Cadillac have outdone themselves with this. They've done a really nice job with the design. The interior looks great. It feels really nice and premium in here. And for the price, this is I'd say it's a very competitive offering. It's fun to drive too. I mean, you can really you can hustle this thing. Maybe we'll see a CT6V someday. I don't know. Fantastic. It's really windy. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll just wrap up the review there. These are just my first impressions on the CT6. Check out the Winding Road Magazine YouTube channel for a full in-depth review. Chris Osberg has had this car pretty much all week, and I'm sure he'll tell you all the features and in probably better detail than I can give. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with things. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.